This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
Welcome to Kansas.
Well, hello. Here at WREN Radio, I'm Frankie C., but here on Around Kansas, I'm Frank. And this is Around Kansas, the show that's about people, places, and things that make Kansas a great place to live, work, play, and come visit. I'm here in Topeka, and I point that way because it really is west where I'm pointing. Deb is out there, and she's got some great stories today. Well, here we are. We're way into September. Can you believe it's fall already? And, of course, there are a lot of festivals going on all around the state. We've talked about that. This state is full of great theater, always has been. A few years ago, I did some stories on the various opera houses all around the state and their restorations and all of that. And so look and see what's going on because they're outdoor venues and, of course, the indoor venues for some great entertainment here in the state of Kansas all through the fall. Of course, one of the premier places in the state of Kansas is right here in Topeka. It's the Jayhawk Theater. It's now officially the Jayhawk Theater of Kansas. Now, it opened back in 1926, and the theater itself was part of a complex built by the Crosby brothers at the time. They were way, way ahead of their time, because think of this. They had a hotel, and then they had the theater that seated like 1,600 people. And, of course, there were live shows in there in the beginning. And then, of course, it got changed over to a movie theater. But also there was a walkway there where there were various shops that led into their big department store. In other words, it was a shopping mall way back in 1926. And not only that, but it was air conditioned. It was always 72 degrees. Now, years ago, the first mall that opened in Topeka was White Lakes, and we used to promote it. It's always 72 degrees. Well, think about this. The Crosby brothers were way, way ahead of their time because it was 72 degrees in the walkway, in the shops, in the store, and, of course, in the theater. So it is open for tours. So if you've never been there, go take a tour and attend one of the many events that are being held there now. There were a lot of very famous people that played on the stage at the Jayhawk Theater when they had live entertainment. And, of course, one of the most famous is Gypsy Rose Lee. If you've ever seen the Broadway show or the movie Gypsy, the Jayhawk Theater is where Rose Lee left the family and became Gypsy Rose Lee. So anyway, Deb has some stories today. She has one more story about the reunion at Fort Wallace, and then talking about sunflowers, because again, this time of the year, the sunflowers are in beautiful bloom here in the state of Kansas. And then another part of a story that she's doing about a soccer player from Honduras who came to Kansas. And anyway, it's an interesting story, and there'll be more on that. So anyway, we have a great show today. Hope you stay tuned, and you'll see her stories right after you see these.